What's up, everybody? This is B&J Productions. I'm Jacob, and this is Brandon. And today we have our Week 6 picks. Starting off for our college football picks, we've got game day of the week. Number 15, Wisconsin versus number 12, Michigan. Michigan is a 9.5-point favorite. Who you got here, Brandon?
I'd say overall, I haven't really seen much. Wows me, I think this middle of the 25 team. We're at a good bowl, lost team. Take Michigan. I think that
Yeah, I'm going to go with Michigan here, too. Neither one of us are very high on Wisconsin, and I think Michigan's loss early in the season was kind of just meh. But it was against a good team in Notre Dame, so I got to go with Michigan here, too. Up next, we got number 14, Florida versus number nothing, Vanderbilt. Florida is a 7-point favorite in this game. Who you got here?
I'm gonna have to take a better team. Florida really last week with their win. I really, I think that they're. I didn't have really high hopes for them.
Yeah, I think so too. I've definitely got to go with Florida here. I think it might be close because it is at Vanderbilt, and I think they're going to try and keep it close. But Florida is just a way better overall team. And up next, we got the number 2 Georgia versus number 13 LSU. Georgia is a 7-point favorite. LSU lost last week to Florida, like you already know. Georgia undefeated. Who you got here, Brendan?
I'm still gonna say I think LSU. I'm still high on LSU. Great team. I know this is kind of a everybody. Georgia is a really great team. I think that LSU can pull off ups.
Yeah, and I think Georgia's going to lose this year. Not once, not twice, but 3 times this year. And I think this is going to be the first one here. Coach Ed Oregon is going to kind of take people by surprise, thinking, hey, maybe Florida's a way better team than what people thought, but in beating LSU. But I've got to say LSU here. I agree with Brandon here. Up next, we got number 22 Texas A&M versus non-ranked South Carolina. A&M is a 2.5-point favorite. A&M is 4-0 against South Carolina since they've become in the SEC. What do you got here, Brendan?
Texas A&M easily. They have a great, uh, a lot better on than South Carolina. South Carolina sure things to fix before.
Yeah, I think so too. But definitely, I think South Carolina was overrated coming into the year, and I think A&M was a little underrated. So I got to go with my Aggies here. Coach Jimbo has had a plan for every team. Well, even with Bama, but Bama was just so good that they kind of took them by surprise there. Up next, we got number 7 Washington versus number 17 Oregon. Oregon's only losses against Stanford earlier in the year. Washington against Auburn. Washington is the 3.5-point favorite, and this game is probably a fight for the Pac-12. What do you got here, Brennan?
Better game. I don't know why this one is a college game. I'm probably watching. I'm gonna say Washington. I like Washington.
Yeah.
See them.
Yeah, I think this one's gonna have to go to Oregon here. Kind of a little bit of an upset pick because I mean they were really close to beating Stanford, and if they would have beat them, they would be up there with the rankings with Washington. I think people are kind of just underrating Oregon a little bit. In Washington, they have had a lot of troubles. Jake Browning has not been playing at an exceptional level, so I'm gonna have to say Oregon with the upset here. Up next, we got an undefeated team, number 10 UCF versus one-loss Memphis team. UCF is a 4.5-point favorite here. What do you got, Brandon?
I have UCF college football this year. Last year, been in the college football playoffs this year. I have them going.
I did have UCF in the college playoffs in our video we did a couple of weeks, or I think the other day. But Memphis, they're a really good team, and they've made a couple mistakes, and that's the only reason they've lost this game. And so I think just it's a 4.5-point favorite. It's at Memphis, and I think Memphis is going to shock some people here. It's UCF's biggest game of the year right here, and I'm going to say Memphis in a really, really close battle. Next, we got number 6 Michigan or West Virginia versus Iowa State. Iowa State had a big upset against Oklahoma State last week. West Virginia is a 6.5-point favorite. Who you got here, Brandon?
I'm gonna say West Virginia, really because Iowa State, not West Virginia.
Yeah.
West. Down near a lot of.
Yeah, I got to go with West Virginia here too. I think Will Greer is gonna boost his Heisman candidacy here, and I love that guy. I think he's an amazing ball player. And I got to go with West Virginia in a relatively easy one. In our last college football game, we've got Baylor versus number 9 Texas. Texas is a 14-point favorite. Who you got here, Brandon?
I have Texas.
Yeah, Texas and alongside for me
Yeah.
too. Pretty no doubt Texas is a lot better than Baylor this year, but they shouldn't be number 9, but they shouldn't be not
Losing
ranked
to
either.
Baylor.
Yeah, they shouldn't be losing to Baylor. But all right, we got our NFL game starting off. We got the 3-2 Los Angeles Chargers versus the 2-1 Cleveland Browns. Who you got here, Brandon? Cleveland is a 1-point favorite.
I'm gonna say the Browns again, just because I want the Browns to win.
I don't think we've ever picked against the Browns so far.
Yeah, I love to see them win just because they've lost so much.
Yeah, it's pretty much who people are gonna jump on that bandwagon pretty easily. It's the best time to be a Cleveland Browns fan right now. But I gotta go with the San Diego Chargers here. I think they're special. Joey Bosa and Phillip Rivers and all these guys, they're doing something that people have said they should be doing in the past couple years, but I think they're special this year, and I think they're going to make some noise today. I got to say the Chargers in a close one. Up next, we got the 2-1 Pittsburgh Steelers versus the 4-1 Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati is a 1.5-point favorite. Question is if Cincinnati is severely elite or not, is the question in this game. Who you got here, Brandon?
I'm going to take Cincinnati here. I think that Cincinnati comes out in this game. Know that they're only under right now. Problems they have in ability.
Yeah, most definitely. That big of a ball player, and he should be coming back week 8, I think is what I saw. But, I mean, they don't have him, and it all depends. I saw a thing where James Conner played really well because Pittsburgh, his team, won. So, I don't know. Pitt, the college, won. But I got to go with the Bengals here in a really close game. I think Big Ben tries to carry him as far as possible, but the Bengals are adding something. They're using A.J. Green like they should, and it's going to be incredible to see what they can do this year. Up next, we got the 3-1 Chicago Bears versus the 3-2 Miami Dolphins. Chicago is a 3.5-point favorite. As much as Brandon loves the Browns, that's how much I love the Bears. Who you got here, Brandon?
I'm going to see the Browns here. I like the Dolphins a lot.
You mean the Bears?
Bears. Same. I like the Bears. I like the Dolphins a lot, but I think the Bears. I think that comes out. Game shuts down that offense that worked so well together. I think as long as the Bears just get their offense, pretty easy.
Yeah, this Bears team is on pace to set the season sack record over the 1985 Bears, which is an incredible thing to do if they have the same amount of sacks as they have been having. And if they're going to do that, they're not going to be beaten again. The Bears, I got them in a landslide here.
If they play every game with the same pass rush that they had all year, they could, in my eyes, they could be the only team to knock off Kansas because of their amazing pass rush.
Yeah. I definitely think they're one of the best teams in the NFC right now. I think other than the Rams and a couple other teams like that, I don't think there's anybody who can really have a chance to beat them. I love this Bears team. They're making me look like a genius because of my predictions early in the year, but I'm going Chicago in a landslide. I think the Dolphins are overrated here. Right. Okay, our next game, the 5-0 Los Angeles Rams versus the 2-3 Denver Broncos. The Rams are a 7-point favorite. They've been playing amazing. No doubt about that. Who you got here, Brandon?
I'm going to say the Rams. I think that Broncos pass rushing is going to give the Rams trouble early on. I think overall Rams are a better end up.
Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to play very well like they are very much like they played against the Chiefs last 2 weeks ago. But, I mean, the Rams are just as good as the Chiefs, if not better, and I think it's going to be crazy. The big question here is if Jared Goff can play at a level he's been playing at. And I think he can, so I'm going to go with the Rams here in a close one. Up next, we got the 3-2 Ravens versus the 3-2 Titans. Baltimore is a 2.5-point favorite, and who you got here, Brandon?
I'm going to say Ravens, just because their overall team. I like Joe Flacco. Assistant. Out, isn't he?
I don't think so. He's been playing.
Okay.
The Ravens had a little bit of trouble last week against the Browns, and the Browns got a win. But I think this Titans team is, with Coach Mike Vrabel, they're a very big question mark. They're trying to prove to people what's going on, and so I think the Titans are going to get a close game here. Just because of the Coach Mike Vrabel, he's doing incredible with what he's been handed to him, and it's going to be crazy. But this game, I think, is going to be the most watchable game this week. Two teams who are almost as evenly matched as they are semi-decent, but I got to go with the Titans here in a very, very close one. Up next, we got the 3-2 Jacksonville Jaguars versus the 2-3 Dallas Cowboys. Jacksonville's a 3-point favorite. Who you got here, Brandon?
I'd like to see the Cowboys win by this. Both go away 3-3. You know what? Leonard Fournette is gone. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is my upset. I'm gonna say the Cowboys are gonna win the game right.
Yeah, I can't say that. Jason Garrett needs to go. The way he's playing to lose, or he's playing not to lose. He needs to play to win, and I think he just needs to get out of there. And they're not using Zeke right now. I'm going to say the Jaguars here, which leads more to Jason Garrett's inevitable firing. But I got to go with the Jaguars here. Up next, Sunday Night Football, kind of a game of the week here. 5-0 Kansas City Chiefs versus a 3-2 Patriots. New England is a 3.5-point favorite. And who you got here, Brandon?
I'm gonna have to have the Chiefs. It's amazing to me that the Patriots are 3.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
Pass rush. That defense is not gonna be able to stop Patrick. The only way that England Patriots can win right here is match the scoring.
And I think they can, personally, because the Kansas City defense is just as bad as the Patriots. And, I mean, I think that's the problem with these two teams. Kansas City hadn't played a really good offensive team. But I got to go with I'm going to pick my upset here with the Patriots. I think it's going to be really close, but Bill Belichick is going to somehow find a way. They've had a lot of good successes here. They haven't lost in a while, and I think they broke out of that funk in September, and they're going to be doing good here. I think it's going to be a humbling experience for Patrick here.
This could be one of the most high-scoring games. See, well, I wouldn't be surprised if this.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a big surprise at all.
It's crazy how good these offenses are, how bad the defense are trying to stop them.
A lot of things are going to have to go right for the Patriots to win this game, though. So,
yep.
But who knows here? It's going to be a question mark. If the Chiefs can get to 6-0, it's going to be incredible. Okay, our last game is the Monday Night Football between the 1-4 San Francisco 49ers and the 2-1 Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is a 9.5-point favorite, and without Jimmy Garoppolo, I think they're going to do even better than that. What do you think, Brandon?
I think the Packers have this.
Yeah, it's no doubt. Aaron Rodgers gets better every game, and if the Packers can figure out a way to win and get even better, then they're going to do really well this season. But I got to go with the Packers in an easy game here. And pretty handily, yeah. All right, that's all we have for this week. Have a wonderful weekend. This is B&J Productions. I'm Jacob, and this is Brandon, and we will see you next